Do you ever find yourself asking questions about politics? Who's this person? What does he do? What's a Brexit? Well, join me as I cut through the fake news on the fact sphere. We don't have to look far to see the beginnings of politics in history, like the stone carving which shows the first political debate. It was an unprecedented success, with only half the participants dying in the process. As we move forward in history, we can find more evidence, like in Egypt, where we can find evidence of aliens. Illegal aliens, that is. On these hieroglyphic stone walls, we see what looks like the beginning of a political forum. Here someone has written, "I'm not a xenophobe, but these aliens take jobs away from hard-working Egyptians." Now let's look at some more contemporary politics. Now a very common question I often hear beginners in politics asking is, who is the President of the United States of America? Well, in actual fact, if you follow the clues, it's not that hard of a question. What if I told you that Donald Trump was the President of the United States of America? I know, that sounds pretty crazy, but when you look at the evidence, I think you'll be convinced. Let's take a look at this photograph. Did you notice it? Let's zoom in. See it yet? Let me enhance it. That is the seal of the President of the United States of America. Now what is Donald Trump doing in a helicopter that has that seal on it? What is he doing there? Now I would love to tell you that that's the end of it, but I've got to say the rabbit hole goes even deeper than that. Look at this tweet. Notice anything? Let me just remove all the vowels and replace all the consonants with corresponding numbers. Now let's see what we get. What does this mean? What's Trump trying to tell us? Could this be some kind of code? It took me days poring over this code. I used every known encryption algorithm known to man to try and analyse it, but everything came up short, until I realised it was a grid reference. And when I entered it in Google Maps, do you want to know what I found? This. The middle of the Atlantic Ocean. What is he trying to tell us? Could this be the real location of Atlantis? Or something more? But let's look at one last piece of evidence. Let's go back to that tweet we saw at the start. Let's count how many letters there are. 45. And how many presidents have there been in the United States? 45. But regardless of your political affiliation, there's one group of people we can always rely on. That's of course the lizard men. Ah, the lizard men. Ever since they took control of the government back in '95, things have been smooth sailing. John Gecko famously ripped his own face off in front of the Supreme Court and revealed his true identity. I, for one, will never forget his frankly enchanting speech he gave in front of the Supreme Court. Truly amazing.
Pathetic humans! I have disposed of my limited human form and assumed my true form. Vote for me on November 11th.
He then went on to eat half of the Supreme Court. Truly, the greatest day in the history of this country. But regardless of your political affiliation, I think we can all agree, we all just want what's best for each other. Except, of course, the lizard men who want to turn humanity into a slave race and conquer the galaxy, but hopefully that doesn't happen.